Hello, doing a tutorial here. This is on showing LEDs, how to set them up on a Pioneer DDJ-T1. I had to think about that because I usually get the tongue twisters mixed up. Anyway, what I'll be showing you is these lights here. There's a sync button and a master button. I'll be getting the master button to flash in time with the beat. And I'll also be showing you how to set up the FX buttons 1 and 2 to flash on when the effects is turned on. So I'll play this track here. And that's pretty much it. So you've got a sync button there. And if we hit the effect we want, so effect 1, we'll hit that on. And now it's selected for deck A, and then I go ahead and hit the effects button on. If we show the effects here, you'll see this light will remain on. Like so. But what I'll be doing is I'll show you how to get that flash in once that effect is turned on. So we'll start out with getting our master light working, and this is a very simple one to do. And we want to come down to controller manager. We come here, and this is where we do all our mapping for our controller. And we have a drop down menu. We click that, and you'll have a setting called Pioneer DDJ-T1, and we simply select that, and this comes up with all the parameters and all the options that can be mapped, and you can map if you want to customize your controller for yourself. So how do we go about setting up flashing lights in time for our master? So we simply go to add out, and we scroll down to output. You can either do an output for your beat monitor or your phase monitor or your beat phase monitor. I preferably, sorry, if I get my words out, like to go for the beat phase monitor, so that one gives the best effect. And what this will do is every time it will go past a beat on your grid, as you can see on your grid you've got these dim lines. Every time it goes past one of those, it will automatically flash on and flash off. This is quite a cool effect. So we've got that selected. We want to use the device mapping, and this is controlling which light it will go to. And we've got various options we can select. So we can select lights on our decks, on our mixer, our effects units, and what have you. Our light is actually on our mixer. It's on our channel A, as we can see here, and we just scroll down to A and master. Right, and we need to select in our mapping details which one we want it to assign it to. So we want to select deck A, because if we had target device on, it may be selected on deck C, so every time deck C was playing, that light would flash, and that wouldn't be the best use of our lights. So we will always want to make sure we've got it assigned to the same deck as we have on our mixer as well. Okay, so now once we play a track, you'll see this light up like it has already. And you may be thinking, why isn't it flashing? That's quite simple to overcome. We come down into the LED options at the bottom. We can select the minimum and maximum range for our controller. We can set our minimum range up to, if we just scroll up to 1, just click and drag up, or we can set the maximum to 0.5, and I think that just works fine how it is at 0.5. For the MIDI range, if it's not working, just bring your MIDI range down to 1, like so. Otherwise, leave it at 127, which is the maximum for a MIDI range note. And there we go, we have our first deck A mapped out. I'll just do this quickly for the next two. Well, actually, I'll do it for deck B so you can see again. I'll just do this quickly. So add out, go to beat phase monitor, select mixer B, master, set that to B, bring that down to 1, and we hit play. And there we go, we have some cool lights going on there. So now we've done that, we'll go into our more complex sort of light, and we'll do the same again. What we'll do actually is we'll set up modulators first. So go to controls. If we hit any of these titles at the top, it will automatically order them by your modes, or the one you've selected, so it will go in alphabetical order from there. We had modulators set up, didn't we? Modulators, okay, so we've got modulators 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yep, so we need a modulator 7, so we just go down to add in modulator. Here's 7. If you don't know what modulators are, I'd preferably like you to go find out, because I won't explain too much detail about what modulators do. I'll just show you how to set up the lights. Okay, so we've got a modulator in. What we need to do is select that to our button. We can either hit learn and press the corresponding button on our controller, or we can bring in the drop down menu and select from here. What I'll do for this first one is I'll click learn, and you can see in the video here, just bring this camera over, and I'll press the corresponding button, and you'll see on the screen it will change. Like so. Just bring that back. Okay, so now we've got that selected. We want to set our modifier. This will be this will make it sort of an on-off switch than just a single hit switch. So we go to modifier and then come down to the modifier we've just set, so which is M7, and depending on what value we have at the bottom here on our first one, we always set it to another number. So for example, this one will be 0, and we'll set that to 1. It'll be a button, direct, that's all you need really. We can duplicate this, set the values to 0 and 1, just switch them around. And for our mapping devices, we just simply go into effects and go to assign, I think it is, yep, that's right. And we've got a modulator set up for our effects unit now. So we have to go back to our lights, because we're working on our lights, so we need to find the light that's for this one here, which is the effects. Actually, we'll set it to an out, so we can out. Please don't say I forgot which one it is. Mixer. Here we go. Effects unit 2 and 1. These are outputs. So we're just concentrating on deck A at the moment. Now we want to set this as a modifier. So it's modify connections. Simply hit our one we've set. We had 7 as our modifier, and make sure that's 0. What we'll do now is we'll add a new one, because we want the similar thing we had with our master button, which will flash on the beat. So we had to output, head to output shall I say, go to beat phase monitor, and we want to assign that to our mixer A effects 1, like so. What do we want? We want the modifier 7 and 1. Assign this to deck A. Make sure we've set the settings to 1 and 5, like so. And now hit that one. See, there was a slight problem there. You see, we haven't actually got the effect turned on. What you could do here is, if this problem is occurring, just change the values around on the modifiers from 0 to 1. I'll just have to find the other one. There we go. And set that to 1, and you've pretty much got it sorted now. So it'll just flip them around so it will work. There you go, and that's pretty much how you set up flashing lights with LEDs. You can do the same for the other side. Okay, so there you go. There's pretty much a simple way of setting up your LED to flash and sync in time with the beats. Yep, hope this little tutorial's been useful. Until next time, practice and enjoy.